Hi everyone, this is Ken. Tonight's Tesla earnings are not really about the numbers. They are about whether Tesla can still make the story feel credible. If you are a Tesla investor, owner, or fan, this is the kind of day where headlines alone can give you the wrong read. So, in this video, I want to break down what actually matters, what is just noise, and what these updates may be telling us about Tesla right now. There are 4 things to watch today. First, what the market is really looking for in Tesla's Q1 earnings. Second, why dedicated Robotaxi charging sites may be more important than they look. Third, the latest Tesla app improvements that actually matter to owners. And fourth, Tesla's settlement in the Florida wrongful death lawsuit. This is not really a big future vision video. It is more of a reality check on what is happening at Tesla right now. Let's start with earnings. Tesla reports Q1 2026 earnings after the close on April 22nd, and we already know the basic production and delivery numbers. So tonight is not really about discovering unit volume for the first time. The real question is how Tesla explains the quarter. Of course, revenue, margins, EPS, and cash flow matter. But I think the bigger issue is whether Tesla can speak with real clarity about FSD, Robotaxi progress, AI spending, and how all of that connects to the business today. Right now, Tesla is in a difficult middle zone. The market does not view it as just another car company, but it also does not want vague future promises. So my view is simple. Weak numbers may be forgivable, weak clarity may not be. Next, the most interesting story of the day, at least to me, is the Robotaxi charging infrastructure. Reports suggest Tesla is planning dedicated V4 supercharger sites in Chandler and Mesa, Arizona, apparently for Robotaxi operations rather than general public use. One of the sites is reported to have 56 V4 stalls, which is a meaningful setup. Why does this matter? Because Robotaxi is not just a software story, it is also an operations story. If Tesla wants a real autonomous fleet, it needs charging flow, staging, fleet handling, and infrastructure that supports actual deployment. That is why I think this is one of the most concrete signals we have seen in a while. It is not proof that Robotaxi is suddenly scaling everywhere, but it does suggest Tesla is thinking beyond the vehicle and into the real-world system behind the service. At the same time, I do not think investors should overhype this. Tesla's Robotaxi story has often run ahead of actual scale, so I do not see this as proof of success. I see it as proof of preparation, and for long-term investors, that distinction matters. Quiet infrastructure moves are often more useful than flashy headlines because they suggest that execution may be starting to take shape behind the scenes. Now let's move to something much more practical. Tesla app updates. This is probably not the kind of news that moves the stock much, but it may matter more to actual owners. The reported changes include Safety Score 3.0 through Tesla Insurance, where supervised FSD miles can count as Safety Score 100 miles, along with automatic software update downloads, better dashcam save management, and remote trailer light testing. What stands out to me most is the connection between FSD and insurance. That matters because FSD starts becoming more than just a future technology story. Once it begins affecting insurance scoring and real monthly costs, it starts touching daily ownership economics. That does not mean it changes everything overnight, but it does make the value proposition feel more tangible. And more broadly, this is one of Tesla's strengths. The company keeps improving the ownership experience after delivery. Not every important Tesla update is dramatic. Sometimes the real value comes from practical improvements that owners actually use. Now, on the more negative side, Tesla also settled the Florida wrongful death lawsuit before trial while denying wrongdoing. This is obviously not a positive headline, but it is important. Tesla is often discussed through excitement around AI, FSD, Robotaxi, and long-term upside. But investors also need to remember that legal, safety, and regulatory risk remain part of the company's reality. A settlement is not the same as an admission of guilt, but it is still a reminder that Tesla's story is never just about innovation. It is also about the real-world consequences and risks that come with operating at this scale. So, when I put everything together, I think today gives us a pretty clear snapshot of Tesla. Earnings tell us the market wants more than numbers. It wants clarity. The Robotaxi charging story suggests Tesla may be laying real operational groundwork. The app updates show that Tesla is still improving the everyday ownership experience, and in some cases, making FSD feel more economically relevant. And the lawsuit settlement reminds us that risk does not disappear just because the future story is exciting. To me, that is the real takeaway. Tesla right now is a company where expectation and reality are moving side by side. So I do not think this is a day for extreme bullishness or extreme pessimism. It is a day to stay grounded and watch where Tesla is becoming more concrete. Personally, the most interesting story is still the Robotaxi charging infrastructure because it is one of the few developments that feels operational rather than theoretical. For long-term investors, that is often where the real signal is, not in the loudest headline, but in the quiet signs that Tesla may be turning big promises into actual systems. Let me know in the comments which story matters most to you: the earnings setup, the Robotaxi charging sites, the app improvements, or the lawsuit settlement. If you found this helpful, please like the video. And if you want daily Tesla analysis that goes beyond the headline, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.